Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in today's episode of The Hypnotist, you'll be listening to a hypnosis session with a lady that was preparing for a high-stakes presentation, a high-stakes meeting, where there was a lot potentially that could be gained or lost depending on how she was. And what was interesting about her is that when she evaluated things as being high stakes, she became less resourceful and more anxious, which is understandable because the consequences are bigger. But given that the consequences are going to be identical, irrespective of how resourceful she was in that pitch, in that presentation, there was no strategic advantage to evaluating it as high stakes because it made her less resourceful. So in this hypnosis session, what you're going to be hearing is a hypnosis session that enables her to get into a highly relaxed and resourceful state, associating into 3 different memories where she was really confident and resourceful in a similar context, similar dynamic, but also evaluating the consequences of being a win-win outcome. So either she gets the outcome that she wants or she learns something invaluable that could make her better prepared in the future. And therefore it positions the win-lose dynamic as the only way of losing is by not participating. So long as she's participating, either she's going to get the outcome she wants or she's going to learn something. So I think this hypnosis session is going to be useful for anyone that uses public speaking within a business environment that can influence an outcome. And that might be a revenue outcome, that might be a strategic outcome. But effectively, if it is high stakes and that puts you in a less resourceful state, this is going to be a very useful hypnosis session for you. Of course, this was created for the particular client in mind. So if you're listening to this and you're thinking, well, perhaps I need something a bit different or more tailored to you, there will be a link nearby to this episode that will enable you to book a free 30-minute consultation call where I can discuss how I work with you directly. But for now, find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, allow feelings of tension to leave your body. So that with each and every breath, notice that you're feeling incrementally deeper and deeper relaxed. Notice that as you breathe in and breathe out with your eyes closed, you're able to pay more of your attention to the sound of my voice, enabling you to let go of feelings of worry, tension, and stress. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation and give yourself permission to let go of any tension. And I don't know if you feel that tension around your forehead or jaw, or maybe around your neck or your shoulders. Just accept that here in this place, this tension is no longer necessary. And as your body relaxes, Allow your imagination to do what it used to do when you were a child. There was a time when your imagination was infinite, full of creativity and playfulness. And it's only as we become adults that we start putting rules and restrictions on the power of our imagination. But here, as your body relaxes, allow those rules to be lifted and give your imagination that playtime that it can remember from your childhood, where any ideas were possible. In your mind, you were able to travel anywhere and do anything. And I wonder what it might be like if you use the power of your imagination to remember a time where you felt so relaxed. I want you to recall a time perhaps where you were in a pool in a place where you felt already that you were truly able to unwind. And in that place, I wonder what it might be like. What it might be like to be there in a pool where you can look out onto the ocean and imagine that it's evening and you're looking out onto the ocean as the sun starts to set. That's right. Imagine that you can feel the warm water on your skin. Imagine what it might be like to have that fresh air that you're breathing in, surrounded by a feeling of just being able to truly relax. As the sun starts to set, I want you to accept the suggestion that the sun is setting also on any worries and negative thinking. Proportionally, as the sun hits the horizon over the sea, at the very point where the sun is no more, I want you to imagine that that is the time that you're saying goodbye to those worries, those stresses, any feelings of anxiety. These are the last few seconds of anything that you would consider to be negative and unresourceful. Just allow them to leave your body. That's it. And as you say goodbye to those feelings of anxiety, you're now there in that pool, just as you can start to see a few stars in the sky, perhaps the moon, seeing the reflection over the ocean. And I wonder what it might be like if you drifted off into your imagination while still in that pool. It's just your imagination after all. You're safe and you feel relaxed. And while you're in that pool gazing out over to the ocean, I want you to recall a time when you were doing an important presentation. Perhaps a time where you had already made a good impression with the people that you were presenting to. I want you to remember that time and see yourself back then as you were, almost like you're visiting a memory from the future, and see that version of you in flow. The right words come at the right time. See from your body language that you're breathing in a relaxed way. From your facial expressions, it's obvious that you're in a confident, relaxed place. I want you to see you, but also see the reaction of the people that you're presenting to, paying attention to your words, appreciating the effort and preparation that's gone into this presentation. You're seeing a version of you in your element. Some people believe that we're all put on the earth to live out unique abilities and talents that are gifts. And I want you to see yourself utilizing your gifts. Not everyone can communicate the way that you can communicate. Not everyone can give that confidence, paint a picture of a future in the minds of the people paying attention to them. And here you are doing just that. See that resourceful version of you. And you can speed up time so you can see how you were preparing, how you were delivering that presentation, but also I want you to get a sense of what must have been in the minds of those people that were there seeing that pitch, that presentation, and feeling that you gave them confidence, that they can trust you, that vision of the future that you painted, this is a roadmap, something that they can follow, something they can say yes to. And if you're seeing yourself in a highly resourceful state where the right words flow in the right way and you're accessing the right combination of thoughts, experience, but also intuition, the ability to tap into things that you didn't prepare but just naturally flow. Just let me know by nodding your head. And then I want you to step into that version of you, the version of you that has those resources, those neural pathways were there then and they're there now. Feel that resourceful feeling. And maybe you feel it in your chest, your heart, your gut. Scan your body for where you feel that feeling of being in flow, of being able to impact the people in front of you. See them through your own eyes. Imagine you're in that moment, feeling good, feeling resourceful. Notice how you're breathing. Notice how relaxed you are. And just know that whether you breathe that way and feel that way causes that state, or whether that state causes you to breathe that way and feel that way, doesn't matter. This is a two-way street. You can get to the same destination by doing either. Because when you're resourceful, you feel good, you feel relaxed, you're in flow. But when you're in flow, the right words come in the right way and you do things as you want them to do. So it doesn't matter how you get there. Just know that you can get there. That's it. And then I want you to recall a different time. Perhaps a time when you were doing a very good opening and closing presentation. And let's visit that memory now. There you are. You can see yourself. See yourself perhaps walking to a particular location. See how you greet the audience. See how you smile, how you breathe, and get a sense of that opening presentation. Knowing that you can rely on a team around you to do the main chunk of this presentation, but seeing that the team are looking to you. You're setting the scene, the mood, the tone of this pitch, this presentation, and see that version of you doing it exactly as you wanted to do it. Perhaps see yourself in the perception of one of the people in the audience. Remember what you were wearing at the time. Notice your tone of voice, how confident you come across. See that version of you and get a sense that this is someone that has the competency, the confidence, the experience, the wisdom. This is someone that has the right words because they've used those words in the past. This is someone that has the resources because they've utilized those resources on many times. And then perhaps jump to the end of that presentation where you're doing the close of the presentation. And maybe your facial expressions are slightly different because you've seen what they've seen with the rest of the presentation. Maybe you see an impactful conclusion or a summing up, tying up any loose ends, connecting them all together, and maybe leaving them with the sense that you can be relied on. There might be a team in the background doing the key things, but sometimes knowing there is strong leadership there gives confidence that the rest of the team can be trusted. And as you see them seeing you the way that they would have seen you, I want you to get a sense that you also trust you. You trust you to be the best version of you, to do the right things with the right intentions. Perhaps you know that there are other people in the industry, the profession, that don't have those same high standards, that don't have that same ethos, the same work ethic, but you're seeing you with the qualities that you respect and you admire. And you can only be who you are. But isn't it good to be the very best version of who we are? And as you see yourself doing the opening and closing presentations, step into that version of you. Feel just as resourceful as you felt back then. That the right words come in the right order. That the way you deliver them is the way you want to deliver them. And just accept that those neural pathways were there then, are there now, and will be there in the future. Humans don't forget how to do a complex skill. If you learn to juggle once, you can juggle again. If you can ride a bike in the past, you can ride a bike again. These things that you've done in the past, you can do again because your brain and your body knows how to do them again. And once you accept that you have that ability, scan your body for where you feel those resources within you and just know that you can access them whenever you need them. Feel that good feeling and then let's visit one final memory. I want you to recall a time when you were having a meal where your conversation flowed, perhaps the best it's ever flowed. And when you can recall that restaurant, perhaps that moment, just let me know by nodding your head. And then I want you to see yourself, perhaps like you're another guest in the same restaurant, see yourself. And the face is always the giveaway. When someone is tense, their facial muscles show they're tense, and when they're relaxed, it's obvious. The muscles around the eyes relax, around the jaw relaxes. But crucially, the vocal cords also relax. And here you are seeing yourself in a state of flow. A flow state where you haven't prepared what you're going to say. And yet, the right words come out in a way that influences, that articulates in an elegant, eloquent way. And here's the interesting thing. This is evidence that this is who you naturally are. An eloquent, articulate communicator. See yourself as this natural communicator. Some people are good communicators when somebody else writes a speech for them and they just deliver someone else's words. But here you are in this restaurant, delivering the right words, holding the attention, being intuitive, natural, empathetic, accessing that ability to truly connect, and then step into that version of you. Feel that feeling. Feel the looseness, the relaxation around your neck and your vocal cords. Perhaps notice that you're breathing lower than your chest there in your diaphragm. Notice an absence of chatter in your inner dialogue. There is no chatter in your inner dialogue when you're in flow. The words just come straight from your unconscious, straight to your vocal cords and then out there. There doesn't need to be a filter. There doesn't need to be overthought, because you are you. And you can think of this as channeling the power of your subconscious mind. You've been communicating and talking your whole life, so therefore trust your subconscious mind that it has the ability to do it. You don't think when you walk. You don't think when you blink. You don't have to think in order to breathe. And communicating, talking, presenting is something you've been doing your whole life. Why would you overthink it when your brain and your body and your mind already knows how to do it? As you step into this version of you, feel how good it feels to be relaxed, to communicate well, to know that this is now an innate ability. That in fact, the only way that you can make communication worse is if you think about it more. Accept the suggestion that when you think about it, when you analyze it, when you try and preempt it, that's when it gets worse. Just trust that you've done the preparation that you need to do, and then allow your body, your brain, your mind to just do what it's been doing your whole life. Feel those good feelings. See the facial expressions of the people that you're communicating to, and just know that this is a natural ability, something that you have the ability to do. And if you've done it in the past, then you can do it in the future. And allow your mind to tap into the power of your experiences, your wisdom, to choose to use this resource at the times where it's going to be most beneficial for you and the people around you. And now I want you to imagine all of these resources, the relaxation that you feel in a pool, that feeling of confidence that you get from communicating to people that already have a favorable opinion of you, that feeling you get when you're just in flow, communicating to an audience, giving reassurance, and even having eloquent, elegant conversations in a restaurant. Tap into all these resources and then feel that the future version of you can access all of them and more, and see that future version of you doing the next important presentation. just a presentation, but how you meet, how you greet. The conversations that aren't the formal conversations, but see yourself in flow. See yourself communicating well. See yourself expressing eloquent points, using the right words in the right time, with an absence of analysis. See yourself communicating the way you want to communicate. And you can't guess and preempt all the different scenarios, but just know that whatever those future scenarios are, it's a resourceful version of you. It's a version of you that is in flow, that's communicating well. But most importantly, see yourself having taken the pressure off yourself. See yourself with a belief system that whatever happens, you will win. And you will win because everything that happens is an opportunity. Some people have said there is no feedback, no failure, only feedback. But I want you to take that one step further and accept the belief that either you win and you get the outcome you want, or you learn. Every pitch, every presentation is an opportunity to learn. And the only way that you can truly fail is by not even attempting. Every time you step up, every time you open your mouth, every time you articulate a valid point, an idea for the future, every pitch, every presentation, every talk, every conversation, you either win because you get the outcome that you want, or you win because you learn something valuable and insightful for you, for your life. You become better. You're the person that you are through the experience that you've acquired over your lifetime. All of this is resources, fueling your intuition and unconscious mind to be the very best version of you. Sometimes the best thing that we can do is get out of our own way to allow us to be the very best version that you can be. It's time to give the trust that other people have in you to yourself, to finally trust yourself to be who you can be. You've been that person on many times, and you will be that person in the future. You trust your future self. You trust that it will succeed in the outcomes that you want, or give you valuable opportunities to learn and become even better. And because of that, that voice inside your mind that preempts everything, overthinks everything, will take a step back. That voice will get out of your way and enable you to be the very best version of you. I want you to fast forward in time and entertain two different outcomes. Either you get the outcome that you want and it feels amazing, or entertain the idea that the other outcome is also possible and you're still okay with that. What's important wasn't the outcome, but you being your best in that process. When you do the right things, you get the right results, and either you win or you learn. The important thing is to keep playing the game. And this is a game that you enjoy playing. And you will enjoy that game even more now that you give full confidence and trust to your future self. And then find yourself back in that pool, looking out over the ocean, feeling incredibly rejuvenated and refreshed, feeling that you've unlocked all the resources to take on the day, feeling highly resourceful, and looking forward to being the best version of yourself. In a few moments' time, I will count from 1 to 10, but right now you recall that you're no longer in a pool. You're exactly in the present, listening to my voice, firmly in the present. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, get a sense that you're in your own physical body right now as I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. When you awake, you will awaken feeling resourceful, confident, full of optimism, and being willing to trust your future self 100%. Starting to count to awaken you. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.